I look at these guys, and that's exactly the reason I did. You can't, I mean, winning is great, but when you have young men like this, it makes my job really easy. I've got a little list I want to tell everybody that helped me along the way. Thanks. And first of all, I want to start with coaches' wives. I don't know if y'all know it, but there's lots of times they kind of run the house by themselves. And I know my wife and Coach Yeager and other coaches' wives can be a testament to that. Coach Ferguson and Coach Hoy. And second of all, Coach Pullen. Again, like Coach Viala said, this is my first rodeo. And I took over a great situation, and Coach Pullen found enough trust in this old dumb country boy to put it in my hands, and I kind of was just really anxious and willing, not knowing all the paperwork and all the stuff that I had to do with it. But I rambled my way through there, and Coach Pullen is to be, I just really appreciate bringing me from San Angelo and giving me this opportunity. I appreciate it. Again, administration, those people that helped me out over there, I know if you have to deal with me on turning your seats back and all that, you'll know why I'm thanking them. My principals that allow me to get these kids out, the teachers that allow me to get them out and do all that. Coach Black, who helped me kind of get all this stuff. She saved my rear end once. And she knows what I'm talking about, and I really appreciate her help. But getting down to some real stuff, first of all, Coach Yeager. I really appreciate Coach Yeager. I think it's no secret he and I are pretty tight, and he has just been incredibly helpful and been a great coach. Along that line, Coach Ferguson, he's done a great job. Coach Yeager worked with the hurdlers and helped me with the long jump. Coach Ferguson helped with, he did the distance work. He did a great job. I think you watched our guys run this year distance-wise. They've been testament to that. Colonel Moore, who, like Coach Garrison said, is bar none the best pole vault coach in the state of Texas. And the state track meets are a testament to that. Coach Garrison, who helped me a lot getting those kids out. I think if anybody's been around Magnolia track long enough, we scored a lot of points in field events, and we suffered sometimes in the discus and shot, but Coach Garrison did a good job of getting lots of people out, especially some youngsters that are coming along and going to be a great asset in the future for us. Miss Reynolds, I dump everything on her. And I've always said she's awesome. She ought to be the most well-paid employee here. She'll tell you, I just throw things. I said, I got to have that done. See you later. And she just takes and runs with it. She's awesome. And trainer, thanks for all your help in getting everybody well. But getting to the athletes, these guys have, from the start, I took over a great group, and we just kind of, I've told them all year long, they have made me look a whole lot better than I really am. Along with my coaches, I don't know how many times I've been in track meets, and somebody goes, man, you're doing a great job with your hurdlers, and you're doing a great job with your pole vaulters. I go, oh, thank you. I ain't coached them with a lick. They're doing a great job, and I tell you, I'm testament. I know I like to try to be humble and meek, but I'm being humble and meek, but I'm also being honest. I didn't do it. You can thank those people for that. But my first person is I guess he's the basis of what all has happened here, Chad Eversole. Chad's a great guy, I tell you. His story is well known. Have track, will run. The guy can just flat go, and he's done everything. If I could, this paper would fill it. There would not be enough paper up here for me to tell you what all he's done in track. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. He went to regionals this year. From there, he went to state. Got fifth last week at state, and had it not been a typhoon out there, I really believe he'd have done even better than fifth. But, you know, Lord, fifth out of every 4A in the state of Texas ain't too shabby. The next guy is, I consider a man of steel. This guy can, he went to regional, one district in pole vault, and helped with running and doing all that stuff. You know, he'll run anything. He's an awesome athlete. He's a guy that went to regionals, won that in a typhoon, went to state, came in second, really tied with the same height, and came in second according to all these, Colonel Ward tell you the rules, in a typhoon. And he's bar none the best pole vaulter, including Conroe, in the state of Texas. Jeff Ingram. Next guy is a guy also that jumps far and gets points, jumps high and gets points, runs on every hard race there is. And he's a great kid. He can run hard and run fast, and he's going to be a great asset coming back next year. I really appreciate his effort. Aaron Leninger. And here's my boy. I've always said if I had a daughter, I wouldn't care what time she came home with this kid. He's awesome. He's a guy that could just flat run outside. He's on the hills I ever saw, ever meet. I thought he was on video one time, but he didn't. But he's a second-year letterman, and he's just, anybody that knows him knows what a blessing he is. JT Ransom.
Go JT.
Is Wesley here? Okay. Next guy is a 3-year letterman, great hurdler, qualified for regionals. He's, I think, 3 years in a row, or 2 years. 3 years in a row he qualified for regionals. If it wasn't for that dang Gerard Whitaker, maybe he could have went on past that. But he did a great job. He works hard, and he got a whole lot of points out of him this year also. West Force. Three-year letterman. This guy can run 800 out of sight. Qualified in the 400. I just asked him, come on out here and run the 400. He'll take up a slot. Some other team can get in and make points. He did that after running a notorious 800. He's awesome. He's a 3-year letterman. He's a baseball guy. He comes running back and forth from baseball, and he just in his event, you know, it's just a grueling run, and he did a great job. He qualified the regionals last year in this, and this year he got 30. He let JT sneak up on him. But it's a good job by McGill Castillo. Danny Meek here. Danny Meek, he's a good part of this track team. He earned a lot of points for us, and he's not here, so we're going to roll on. Here's the man. If I could pour this guy's heart into everybody, this school would make Permian look like a day school. This kid is awesome. He qualified in the 300 hurdles this year. He's just gotten a slew of points for the track team his 3 years on varsity. He's a great athlete in every sport, really, except for, I guess, baseball. He doesn't play baseball. 3rd-year letterman, Andy Williams. Three-year letterman. This guy's a sprinter. Helped us this year with some jumps. I know he jumped early in his career too, but he's a great kid, and he's really a tribute to where this team is now at 1997. Jeremy Carter. These guys that are standing over here right now are really the root of what Coach Seaver before me and me stepping in have gotten a back-to-back championship here. These guys here are the root of all that, and I really appreciate them. Next guy is a guy that ran hurdles. I asked him, and then, through some things, he went to the mile, and he was always a lot of points in the pole vault. But he's a great kid, again, like the rest of them, and that's Chris Couch. He's a great kid. I've said that about all of them, but they really are. This one's awesome. He is going to run the hurdles next year. I'm going to make him do a whole lot more. But he qualified for regionals last year in the pole vault. Qualified this year. Went to state. He got third in state. He's an awesome kid. I know him. And Seth Westmore, second-year letterman. Next guy, we was blessed enough to have an awesome athlete moving from Woodlands. This guy, I asked him, he's a really good sprinter, and I said, well, I bet you can be a lot better if we get you to jump these hurdles. This guy, we turned him into a hurdler. He did a great job. He came and, I don't know, he always scored a lot of points for us all year long in that, and some relays, mile and sprint relay. But he's going to be a really big asset next year, and that's Brandon Foster. A little squeaky. This is the jumpingest little guy I saw in my life. Like a little frog. Tell you, you go to those meets, you always hear about, whoa. As soon as he takes off, it's like, where in the world did he jump off of? But this guy can jump. He was a sprint relay guy. He ran some sprints also. But he is a jumping dude. Next year he's going to be a running and jumping dude. Eddie Parker, state qualifier, 5th place. Next guy is a relay guy, ran some JV, ran a lot of varsity, made some points for us, and if I could ever get him to quit walking his hog, he'd probably go to regionals or something. This guy, I'm not kidding you, he wanted to walk his hog at the start of the year and missed a couple of meets. I don't know, I guess that's money in your pocket, but he's a great kid, and I really enjoyed Travis and his squealing out loud on the bus and goofy. First you let him in sprinter, Travis Washington. Here's going to be some points for me next year in the area we hadn't been getting a whole lot in. He's first year letterman on the varsities. He's going to be a discus and shot. He was this year a discus and shot, and next year will be the same. As he gets a wild hair and gets skinny and starts running. But that's the way it's going to be. And Victor Perez, first year letterman. Good job. Shot put this. Okay. Here's a baseball playing some gun who helps us when we need him in track. He's done a great year for the second year in a row. He's a sprinter. He's on our relay team that really ran a PR time into district meet, but it just wasn't fast enough, but we got all we could out of us. David Schilling, second year letterman sprinter. And here old Roger. My man Roger. Quarter guy, high jumper. Roger's a joy to be around. He always got a smile on his face. If you feel bad, how you doing? Look at Roger. He'll smile bigger than daylight for you. Roger Bundage, first year letterman. All right, another shot putter that is going to get a lot of points for us next year. This guy. He's going to help us in some areas we haven't used to getting points in, is Mike Salas, first year letterman. Did a great job, 3 parts of district. Appreciate him coming on. Next guy was a distance runner, mile, 2 mile, class clown. Always had the bus rolling. If something was wrong, he was in it. And I don't know all that fancy name. He's a good kid. He's been a great help this year, and he's got us some good points this year that was well needed. Bell Sammy, Parada. Tell you, a great help for us this year was when we lost a couple of guys that were key ingredient in mile relay. We got a guy moving from Cy-Fair that just ran like a Dickens, and he really helped us a lot, and I expect a whole lot out of him. So keep your nose clean. Curtis Lee. Next guy I have is a guy that pole vaulted, JV and varsity. He earned enough points to letter on varsity. He did a great job. There's times where he filled in if somebody was hurt or whatever, and he not only did he fill in, but he'd get third place. Didn't you? Third place a few times. And he did a good job, and he's a tribute to hard work and great coaching. He did a good job. Brent Burson. Last guy is another guy that ran freshman and varsity also. He's a guy that pointed in some 800 and mile events, 2 mile events, 4x8. And then he did a great job and earned enough points to letter. And I'm expecting a whole lot of good things out of Brandon McKee. Good job, man. One more guy I want to notice, he didn't earn enough points for us varsity-wise, but he did help and run with us, was B.J. Stacy. Okay, I don't know where he is, but he didn't earn enough points to letter varsity-wise, but he did run with the varsity and ran real well, and he's got a bright future ahead of him also. This is your 1997 district champion, guys.
It's my pleasure to introduce an old-time Magnolia coach. Coached back in 1970 through 73, and he's kept up with history of the school. He wrote his master's thesis on history of football here at Magnolia, and I think that would be something that you all be interested in hearing about. This is Coach Granger. Head coach and athletic director has a spot on the program to tell you what the future is going to be. Coach Malone.
Thank you, Coach. I'm going to take a very short time. Really believe this night is for the kids and recognition of them. A couple of things I would like to say. Again, Coach Pullen, I'd like to say thank you for what you've done for me. Usually when you come into a new program, you come in and the coverage bare, there's no athletes around, your coaches are awful and everything else, and that's not the situation here. I came in here, started looking around, and I ended up having girl teams that are out going out and killing everybody in softball games, got track teams running away with track meets, and we got athletes doing great, coaches coaching hard, and it's just been a great situation. I'm going to tell you, the athletes, people, y'all got me fired up over these next few years. I've sat there and I've watched you, and you go out and you compete hard, and that's something that I wanted to be a part of, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here, because I knew you would. Because Pullen, you didn't leave the cover bare, and I appreciate it. Thanks for all your work. I did find out one reason why you retired, because you did cut that guy loose. It's that first rodeo, Coach McBride talked about his paperwork. He left before all that paperwork started crossing my desk. And but anyway, that's one of the deals there. And then Coach Pesca, we got to work on your deals. You need to get like Joe. She hit the Dickens out of the ball. Okay, it'll be a little bit better. And for next year, really the kids. The biggest thing is kids right now got me really excited about the upcoming year. To you seniors, great job. I've really enjoyed watching you. I've only known you for a short period of time, but you've done a great job of leading. To all you freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, you guys go out, finish the year up, have a great summer, get yourself ready to go, and let's go have a better year next year. Okay? Thank you very much. Scholastic Girl.
To give away this award, and it's the Female Scholastic Award, and it goes to Gina Adams.
First of all, looking at this award, I'm definitely among great company. I would just like to say thank you, and that working hard in school and playing sports is not easy, but when you have two great parents like I do that are always there and support you and love you, then it's a lot easier. So I love you guys. So just work hard and you'll have fun next year. Sports is the main part of my life, and I tried to make academics come first, but it didn't always go that way. So just thanks a lot.
Now Coach Pullen's going to take over.
Mike had to leave. We had an award for him, but since he's already gone, we'll just say that. Pat Terrell with our tennis award. We're now going through our special individual award.
You don't want to talk. Coach Wiley. Pitchers of all levels. The thing that I can tell you about the pitching staff at Magnolia was that this year we were definitely cursed with all the rain. Pitchers are normally creatures of habit, and because of all the rain that we had, we could not establish good habits and good routines. But the positive thing was that these guys worked hard. We had a lot of them. We had about 20 kids out that qualified to be pitchers. And so our future is looking really great in the pitching area. And of course, in baseball, whether it's softball or whether it's baseball, pitching is the key. And so we've got some good things to look for. This year, we sat down and looked at our outstanding pitchers. We had to look at a lot of things because we had a lot of good things happen for a lot of guys. This young man who ended up winning this award faced some of the tougher ball clubs in our district. And he had an ERA, an earned run average of under 3, and he is only a sophomore, so his future definitely looks bright. Dustin Bialis.
Coaches were working together this year. Hasn't always been great, but this year it has. And especially my mom, because she comes to everything I do. She's always been there by my side. And every time I think that I'm not going to do good, she always tells me I can do it. And thank you. I love you.
Okay, the next award is Most Valuable Field Event Person. This young lady has qualified 3 straight years for the regional in both the long jump and the high jump. She has spent most of the season this year ranked number 2 in the area in the high jump and ranked at least in the top 5 in the state. For the last made the all-state track team. This year she placed 4th at state, and the outcome of the state all-state team hadn't come out. This year, for the 3rd year straight, outstanding long and high jumper, and someone who knows what it's like to be a team member, because even though she's mainly a high jumper and a long jumper, all I have to do is ask Lee to run for me, and she'll run for me. And she did that a couple of times for me this year. Lee Lamont, Most Valuable Field Event Person.
I guess the first person I need to thank is my mom. She didn't make it here tonight because she's had her share of athletic banquets here at Magnolia, so she didn't get here. But she's been really great to me. She's done everything for me, and I love her, and I need to thank her. And then definitely Miss Black, who's kept me sane for the last 3 years. I think my freshman year I must have quit track about 30, 40 times. This year I was down to 2, so she's doing good. And that's it. Thank everybody who came to see us at this meet, and that's about it.
He owes me a lot for track equipment too. All right, most valuable trackster. This is a team member that was on the 4x100 relay. She did an outstanding job this year in the long jump and triple jump, especially at district. She ran a 61.65 in the 400, which is a very good time, and it got her 5th place. She was the second leg in my mile relay that got 3rd in district. This year, the award for most valuable trackster goes to a 5-event freshman, Amanda Cathy.
I want to say thanks to my mom. She helped out a lot, and especially Miss Black.
All right, we're almost there. This year's Fighting Heart Award for boys track goes to a young man with a little saying on the back of his letterman jacket, "You got to have heart." And I tell you what, that end of the football field is a lot greener because Andy Williams literally gave up his guts for the district championship in the 300-meter hurdles. So Andy, come on up here, boy. Andy was first in the 300 hurdles, got 3rd in the 110 high hurdles, and also got 6th place in the shot put. I think he'd have driven the bus for us if we'd asked him. He's a great, great young man. I'm going to miss him a lot.
I'd just like to thank my mom and dad once again and the team for being there for us. The past 2 years, it was just the greatest, winning back-to-back district championships. And thank you, Coach Yeager, for stepping in and Coach Seaver left it off. Thank you very much.
This next award is the most valuable runner. This is big, but we've had so many. Did a great job this year in the running events. I know we went 1, 2, 3 in the 800, went 1, 2, 3 in the hurdles. I believe in both of them. I think we did the guys did a great job in district this year, the whole year. So it's difficult to pick the most valuable runner. Earlier, Coach McBride mentioned about a guy that he wouldn't mind his daughter going out with. I'll top that. I wouldn't mind my son being just like him. Most valuable runner, J.T. Ransom. This year, J.T. went to regionals in the 800 meters. And I tell you, the team player he is, he went to the state meet with us just to support the other teammates. So if you call him a team player, that would be it.
My heart is pounding so hard because I hate doing this. Because there's so many things I could say and I don't have any idea what. I'll start with the coaches. These 3 coaches are the best coaches I've ever had. And I have to point out Coach Yeager because I disrespect him at the last. So I can't even think of the word. Banquet, see? That's how nervous I am. But he's a great coach, and Coach McBride is a great head coach. And Coach Ferguson is a great distance coach. So they're all great coaches. And I think out of everybody that's talked now, I probably look the most nervous, don't I? I also got to say, I thank God because without him, no one would have gotten these awards. He works for everybody. I think everybody believes that too. And also, my parents and my friends, my teammates for track. Without them, I probably wouldn't even ran. And without coaches like these coaches, I wouldn't have ran because I only ran for them. And I've been up here longer than everybody too. But I also want to say that there are other people that deserve this award also. I believe that people like Chad deserve this award. I'm sure they get what they deserve. And Wes and Andy and everybody. Stop laughing at me. Thank you.
Coach Garrison, Coach McBride, and a few of you said some nice things about it. I appreciate that. But what you don't know is it wasn't work. And the only ones in here that really know what it is, and there are a few of you, and they're sitting out here, Jeff, Chris, and Seth, and Brent. It's not work. It's the greatest thing in the world, and you don't know it until you try it. When I die, I'm going to run down the runway, I'm going to plant high, and I'm going to rock back and penetrate forever. There are some beautiful things in athletics. Eric Swinney slicing through the middle, putting the ball in the hoop. Randy Sanders throwing a fast strike. Some other things too, but there's nothing more beautiful in the world, and you saw it on the video earlier, than Jeff, Chris, or Seth rocking back on the end of a 15-foot fiberglass pole, pointing their toes at the sky and flying. It's great. There's no suspense here, by the way. You know that the most valuable field of an athlete here is Jeff Ingram.
Well, first of all, I want to thank all my track teammates and all my coaching, and most of all, I want to thank Colonel Ward. I think he's a great coach. I love him to death, and I want to thank my parents. I love y'all. See y'all later.
Kids are great. Now you see what I'm talking about. I'm with you, JT. Without him, I'm nothing too, and I promise you that. I realize that every day, especially when I go out with y'all every day. This last award is the MVP of boys track. It's somewhat of a no-brainer. This guy is, he's the foundation of, as far as what I know, he's the foundation of what this track team has become. He's the guy that'll get through running a mile when your other guys are all dead from running, and you need to throw together a mile relay team to win the meet. And he literally just got through running the 1600 meter. And you say, I need somebody. He goes, well, we win, I'll do it. If we win, I mean, I'll do it anyway. And he asked me that all year long. Do you want me to run? Is everybody else too tired? He's got a heart for running. I mean, Forrest Gump ain't got a squat on him. He's a guy that I've gotten to know personally, and he's going to be sorely missed. He's more than just one of my athletes. He's truly a friend and somebody near and dear to my heart. Chad Eversole.
Well, this is a great honor to receive this award. First, I'd like to thank the good Lord for everything. Without him, I wouldn't even be here. I'd like to thank my parents over there. Without them, I couldn't have done it. Mom and Dad, support, Chris and Catherine, my brother. Also, all my teammates. They're the greatest. Coaches, can't even explain. They're most awesome coaches. Everybody, friends, teachers, thank y'all all. I'm gonna miss y'all.
awards, Coach Bowman.
Andy Williams, would you come up, please? We have one last award to give, and as Andy comes up here, I'll talk a little bit about him. Get all my paperwork out here. This award is our most outstanding athlete award, our boy athlete award, our male athlete award. It goes to Andy Williams. First of all, Andy kind of gets a jump on everybody else because he always comes to school. He's never missed a day of school. How about that? I mean, he's never missed a day of school. We counted him absent out there one day by mistake, and I thought he was going to whoop us all out there till we got it straightened out. He wasn't going to have it on his record that he had missed a day of school. But Andy plays 3 sports, and that's, we give the most athletic award to a person that, participates in more than one sport, and if possible. Andy played football. He was a defensive end for us. He was also the football captain, one of the football captains. We had tri-captains, but he was football captain. He played basketball. He was postman for Coach Hellman. He was captain of the basketball team as well. Runs track, and we've heard about all of his accomplishments in track this year. And in addition to those things he's doing in athletics, he's also a Christian leader of the Baptist Church down here. And he plans to enter college when school's out. He's going to either go to either Abilene Christian or Ottawa, Kansas, where he intends to play football, track, and basketball there. And Andy plans to do one of 3 things, and law enforcement, the ministry, or going to coaching. Whatever he plans to do, I know he'll do it 100%. Andy Williams, most valuable male athlete of the year.
Just like thank everybody again. Thank the good Lord for all this also. I realize also, just like JT and Coach, nobody be here if it wasn't for him, because he created every one of us. Thank you very much.
I'd like to thank everybody that has stayed through this long award ceremony and stayed here to honor all these kids, these young athletes. Appreciate that very much. I know some people have already gone, but I don't know what you could be doing that would be more valuable than what we're doing here tonight. And it'll go a long ways. And sometimes when you see adults leave a situation like this, you wonder what in the world they have that's so important. Because the most important thing that we have in this country is right out here. And the things they're doing, and for us to award them and show appreciation to them. I want to thank all of you for that, and appreciate it very much. This concludes our evening right now, but I had someone lined up to take pictures of all of our award winners, and I don't see that person here now. But do we have someone here that has a camera?
I'll try.
Okay, Ms. Ingram, if you would, all of our award winners, if you would, stay when we finish here, and we'll get some pictures of you for the local paper. And remember that these awards that you have we keep for the future. And I think one of the most valuable things about these awards are the names that's on them before your name, because it has a lot of history there. It should be a lot of pride for you to have these awards. And someday, in the very near future, somebody else will be looking at your name on there, comparing themselves to you. Take care of that award and bring it back to your coaches, and in good shape. And we're not saying today or tomorrow or whenever, but whenever you're through with it, bring it back in a week or so. Okay, Ms. Ingram, we'll take your pictures over there. We appreciate everybody being here. We appreciate everybody that worked hard on this banquet. Thank you.